All right, Tom, let's take a look at yesterday's golf lesson and what we worked on. So here on the left, we have you in the before. On the right, we have the after. So first thing that we saw on the left with our diagnosis was that your shoulders and hips were turned too much to the left. So everything was called open, right? So everything's facing too much towards the target or facing left. Okay, so that was the first thing that we identified. The next part of this was that our arms were really far away from the body. So what we did is we had you feel like you got a little bit closer to the golf ball. So we moved your body more towards the ball, and then that allows your posture to get a bit more taller. The next thing that we did is we told you to try to feel that your shoulders, your left shoulder specifically, was kind of basically turned more towards the golf ball. And then that would create a sensation that your hips and shoulders were pointing more out towards the woods there on the right. So everything's aiming more right. Okay. Now let's take a look over here on the left. You can see the posture change. Definitely looks a lot taller. To me, it just looks like you're in a lot better balance. If we draw a line here real fast from basically shoulders going down, you can see how that ends up basically right over your feet. If I do the same thing over on the other side from shoulders down, you can see that puts you out more towards the toes. It's not touching the knees anymore, right? So you definitely have more weight out towards your toes. That's going to throw off your balance. So definitely like the changes in the setup. Now let's take a look at the actual swing. So on the left, as we swing back, you're going to see the hands work away from the body. The club works outside. The face is open. And then here we are at the top. There's not a whole lot of body turn. That was a lot of arms taking the club back. Now as we come down, we basically pull the club down. I'm going to pause it right here. This is kind of a checkpoint that I always look for. So right there, if I draw a line on the shaft, you can see that's going more through your neck. Where our ideal path would be is somewhere between kind of here and here. Anywhere in that area is kind of a nice spot to be in. Now let's take a look as it continues. Basically swinging down across it. And then there's your shot. Now it definitely looks like you've moved quite a bit away from your original start position. So you can see where that line was and where your rear is now. So definitely everything's kind of lost where it originally was. You've lost your posture, lost your balance. All right, now let's watch the after swing. So here we go. There's not a ball here, so be mindful of that. But as you swing back, look at where the hands go. All right, they're not quite as far outside. The club is closer to the lines, that triangle there. We swing back. Hands are way deeper behind you, way more body turn. As we come down, look at where the hands go. They actually drop under that swing plane, and then we're swinging on through. So that's a much better path for the golf club to be on. In general, you can usually create a little bit more power from that. It's going to be a bit easier for you to control and be aware of where the face is. So a lot of cool things to see as far as changes, and this is just our first lesson. So I'm looking forward to what we'll see as we continue to work together. Until next time, happy golfing.